Follow the money crusade. Chris, I got a doctor here. Okay, it's a doctor. He's a doctor. He's very rich. 3 ways money grows. 5 homes. Hey, Chris, this guy right here, man, he owns 15 properties, but you gotta come different, read something different, okay? 3 ways money grows. 5 homes of money crusade. Chris, he's 18 years old, going to college. Okay. 3 ways money grows. 5 homes, he broke. Crusade. Time. Hey Chris, he works for the World Bank. I met him in DC. He's super wealthy. What are we gonna say? Everybody's money grows, 5 homes, crusade. That's what I play with, man. And I think it works. We're building some show and distribution. I'm not changing anything. I've been saying the same thing for the last 9 years. I don't like changing stuff, duplication stuff. Let's see if it works. So, Mikhail, kick it off, man.
All right, cool, man. So, Chris, one of the first concepts we teach financially is called the 3 ways money grows. Have you ever heard of that before?
No, what is that?
Okay, so wherever you are in the country, right, money only grows 3 different ways. It grows fixed, variable, as well as index.
And each of them has their pros and cons. So when it comes to fixed, it's banking accounts, checking, money market, CDs, high-yield savings accounts, or maybe some of the unconventional places, maybe in your dresser or under your shoebox. Why do we put our money here? It's safe. Putting money in the bank is backed up by the FDIC up to $250,000. However, what's the downsides? Little to no growth. $0. Putting your money in the bank is losing the battle to inflation. You know, we're not getting too technical. Putting money in your savings account, you're actually losing money inside that account. And look at this growth chart. You know, if you look over here, you know, it has, you know, slowly but surely growth over time. Not the ideal way to really grow money. However, many of us are advised to put money in CDs, money markets, high yield accounts, and things of the such. And then you have the next type that money grows.
Variable accounts. Usually my clients have employee-sponsored variable accounts such as 401ks, IRAs, TSPs. This also includes real estate as well as stock market. Now, Chris, what is the biggest benefit to having your money being tied to the stock market? Growth. You can experience exponential growth. However, what goes up must come down. So what you have to ask yourself is literally, how much can I afford to lose?
Now, Chris, there's the third way money grows called index. An index comes in only 2 types. It comes in fixed index annuities and index universal life. Right? 2 types, FIAs, IULs. Now, here's the thing. It comes only through one type of source, right? And that's through the insurance carrier. And why? Companies offer this because it's safe. That's the upside to it, right? You also have a contractual arrangement between you and the insurance carrier. Right? Now, what's the possible downside, being that you have all this safety? Right? Well, here's the thing. First of all, they offer you an upside protection, right? They offer you a downside protection, right? Now, here's the deal. They offer you a cap oftentimes with these kind of accounts, 9%. What bank have you ever heard of, Chris, that will actually offer you, say, a return on your savings of 9%?
Not happening, I think.
Not happening, right? Cool. But now that could possibly happen in a variable account, right? Stock market condition, right? But we also just heard you could lose money based on these accounts, right? The insurance companies offer you through the index strategy what they call a floor zero. So you actually have an opportunity to never lose money despite crashing the market. They have a disposition to never lose money. Cool. Now, are you familiar with the S&P 500, Chris?
Yes, I am.
What these companies do is they actually allow your money to track a performance called index based on how the market's running, right? Companies like Tesla, Ford, Google, companies you've heard of. Now, the S&P 500 comprises these companies, allows your account to actually be credited interest based on that performance. So let's take, for example, the market, S&P was up 20%, right? What would your account get in the IUL at that time?
20%, right?
You'd actually be capped at 9%. Right? Now let's say next year the market does 8%. right? What would you get? All 8%, because that fits under the 9%. But the market's not always up. Sometimes the market's actually down. Let's say we take back 2008, the market actually crashed 38%. What would you get in that account at that time?
Probably zero.
Exactly. And these accounts are called zero your hero. Because it's not always how much money you make, but how much money you keep. Look at it on the growth track. When the market is up, your account is up. When the market crashes, you don't crash with it. You actually ride it out until the market recovers, and so on and so forth.
So Chris, if I were to ask you, right, where would you put most of your money using a fixed, variable, or index account? Which one would you pick?
Why do you pick variable?
Pick variable. Why is that?
It's growth.
It's growth, absolutely, right? Now, most people say index, some say fixed, some say variable. We always agree all three, right? Always want to diversify. So with the fixed accounts, we'd agree like the safety of the bank, correct?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you like the low rate of return though?
Nope.
Definitely not, right? So that's why we like the growth of the stock market, but do you like losing money?
Nope.
Nope, we work hard for our money. Definitely don't want to lose it, right? So the index is kind of the best of both worlds with the safety as well as the growth, right? Now there's this guy out there, right? His name is Warren Buffett. Do you happen to know who he is?
Warren Buffett. Yeah, I heard of him.
Yeah, absolutely, right? So he's a deca billionaire, right? Wealth and knowledge when it comes to money and finance. Warren Buffett only has 2 rules of money making, right? The first rule is don't lose money, and the second rule, Chris, is don't